All right. Welcome back to the Built to Grow podcast. I am your host, Tim Lyons, in studio, joined at the wood table by my co-host, Randy Inkston. What's up, buddy?
How we doing?
Good.
The weather's not sunny. Not sunny Scottsdale. Did you guys get rain all night?
No. Thunder, lightning, little rumblings.
Dumped on me up north for a little while. It was kind of nice. We don't get a lot of rain.
Love it.
Take it.
We talk about the weather a lot.
We do? We have to, because when we have weather in Arizona, it's like all we talk about.
Hey, I don't know when this episode comes out, but it's probably right around when we're in Myrtle Beach.
Should be.
Our Iron Circle experience. I just want to give you guys a little teaser of what we're doing at this event, guys. Oh, man. So our Iron Circle, for those of you that don't know, is our mastermind. It's our highest level. You do need to qualify for that. More information, ironcircle.net. But twice a year, we do what's called the Iron Circle experiences, and we do East Coast, West Coast, mountains, beach, summer, winter. That's kind of the rotation we're in. We bring speakers in, we bring a chef in, we do, networking stuff. We break down the businesses. We go have fun. So this year I think I spoke about it a little bit ago about Carras negotiation seminars. And so we're flying in from LA, a presenter. He's going to be, or she, I don't know if it's a he or she, basically teaching us how to negotiate. Think about this for a second, guys. Every single day of your life, whether you're negotiating with your child to eat the broccoli, you're negotiating for a new vehicle, you're negotiating with your landlord, you're negotiating with a sales consultation, both sides of the equation, both the seller side and the buyer side. This is a skill set you'll take for the rest of your life. We're bringing this in. We're teaching our Iron Circle how to negotiate more effectively. It's such a cool thing. On top of that, we got a hypnotist comedy show. Yeah. Where it's in Myrtle Beach. We've got happy hours to do. We've got jet skis. We got 30 jet skis, and we're gonna go out and rip around these dolphins and stuff.
Tour, yeah.
And so we'll probably have
some. How about the fact we're flying in our buddy Billy, our own chef. Yeah. Got our own chef now for the Iron Circle. I love that. Yeah. And he's phenomenal. Yeah. I mean, the food is next level. But that's one of my favorite aspects is we take care of that kind of burden for everybody. Mm-hmm. We don't have to figure out restaurants and getting everyone. No, everything is in-house. Our meals are all going to be prepped. Yep. Dietary restrictions, all that's pre-known. He's working on all that stuff right now. And I mean, it's like eating at a 5-star restaurant the whole time.
The whole time. Good. And so we've got morning workouts on the beach this time because, guys, I don't know if anybody's listening. You guys need to open a gym in Myrtle Beach. There's nothing out there because we usually go pick a gym or two gyms to go to and kind of we pay the gyms and we have a great workout. We've had great workouts. Myrtle Beach, just not a whole lot out there. I mean, a lot of big box stuff, but so we're going to go down to the beach, kind of knock it out, 30, 45-minute hit program and just go. And then when we come back, the breakfast is ready. We go right into the seminars. So super excited, guys. And then we have our boardroom. Our boardroom's in October at the W Hotel. And guys, Growth Summit information coming soon, 2023. We're going to lock that in next week. So stay tuned, guys. Oh my gosh, we got so much happening. So excited to kind of share all this stuff with you when the time is right. We just don't have all the details yet. So check it out, ironcircle.net. If you have interest in being in that program, being in that group, great group of gym owners, kind of the next level thinkers, doing some big stuff.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah.
And all these things that Tim's mentioned here, guys, these are all your opportunities for growth, right? Our whole MO is helping gym owners win. The only reason we're in this seat doing these podcasts is to give you guys value and give you guys wins. At the time it becomes appropriate, check out the Iron Circle or check out our coaching program, winninggym.com/grow. These things are there for you to use, right? We help gym owners get to the next level of their business. If you're unaware of what's next or whatever, have a call. Let's jump on a call. Let's see if these are right for you because that's the only reason they exist.
All right. So let's jump into this episode, guys. So this show, we're going to talk about something that it's almost like what is that? A seesaw, or you're teetering the line, whether or not you're going to make a business decision, but maybe it'll upset clients and whether or not, what to do about it. So you've been having a lot of calls with gyms and this seems to be coming up a lot. You need to make a change in the business, but you've got some worry there that maybe the clients just won't go along with the change. So talk about that for a second.
Well, if you've listened to this podcast for some time, Tim and I love to say my clients won't, right? Like it's a self-limiting belief with gym owners, unfortunately. And there, there's some grounds to it, right? We're all attached to our business. We all love our clientele, and we want to, keep them around, and keep them happy. That's half of the reason we're here. But at the end of the day, when you're kind of in that rock and a hard place, right? You have to make a decision that logically for the business makes sense, usually dollars and cents. But emotionally, you've got resistance because you don't want to ruffle feathers, right? Perfect example this year, or even over through last year and stuff, with the rise of prices, the rise of every one of your vendors hitting you with a 30% increase in cost, inflation across the board. If you have not raised your rates, you as the business owner are now taking that hit. Your cost of doing business has gone up. You're not passing it on to the consumer. You are now starting at a 30% loss. Unfortunately, that's not a decision you have to do. We talked about it before the show. I was talking with Tim. We were kind of laughing. I'm like, loyalty in business doesn't guarantee that the relationship doesn't change over time. Perfect example. I was saying, you might leave your house once a week or maybe it's once a day, and you stop and you get your Starbucks, and everybody's name there, and you've got great relationships, and maybe you've developed relationships outside of that service because you've known them for so long. Mm-hmm. When Starbucks' cost of doing business goes up, they're going to raise your damn rates. Coffee goes up because it's the consumers that get hit with it. Mm-hmm. It's the way the business works. Your relationship across the board with every one of your vendors, every business that you work with, this is standard. For some reason, in fitness, we feel like once somebody becomes a member at our gym, we can never touch their rates again. And I think that is the most backwards way of looking at the business that we can. If you're not building in, consistent pay raises rate changes over time, where you kind of bake it in because the cost of doing business is going to go up. These things happen every year. The rate of which it does is a variable, but there's different ways of putting those things in there. You don't have to offend your clientele or piss off people. And the thing is, and this is really what it's going to come down to, we find that the problem more often is very few people, right? You've got one or two people that are actually unhappy. Mm-hmm. And you had 185 of them that don't care, are happy to come up, do it, continue to come, whatever. But we're hung on the fact that two people brought it up to us, and now it's a problem.
Everybody.
We all know the exaggerations that we hear all the time, and that's where my clients won't. We've done this time and time and time again with gym owners, whether it came to the delivery, the actual service that they provide. We've pivoted gyms from one-on-one personal training to semi-private. One of our pride and joy situations was a gym who's been a 30-year one-on-one personal training gym, the gym owner himself doing the work, and we've been able to help them transition his entire business to semi-private without losing clientele. Mm-hmm. Like, that's a big deal, because had he not trusted us, looked at the gain that he had in front of him versus where he was there, he would have stayed in that position.
Yeah.
But so he had to make a emotionally difficult decision and trust the logic and the process and the data and the math and the hundreds of gyms that were helping do the same thing and get out of his own way. And once he did, he's in a happier position. He's making more money in less time, and his entire business is something that he now shows up excited about as opposed to resenting it.
Right. Because
he's not allowing the decisions of his clientele to dictate his success. And so this is a difficult topic. I mean, we see it a lot.
Yes. And I kind of take this back to the very, very beginning of time at my gym, Pulse Fitness 1, right? We were a general access gym, and we made that giant change. We had 336 members at this time paying whatever they were paying to be, accessing the gym. Overnight, we, of course, made an announcement, had a seminar or whatever, and we said, hey, we're changing the model. And we took out all of the equipment out of there and basically made space to train people on the floor. And imagine that, guys, a couple months into a business, not even a full year, and we have to totally change the model. And I didn't think twice. I was I knew decision was made, but I can see where people are like, hey, that leg press and the guy holding on to it as you're moving it out, keep this here, please, right? And
hey, buy it, put it in your house,
and I'll sell it to you if you want. That's one of the things. And the other thing is this team training boot camp model where you're switching the entire model to semi-private, and you're just holding on to those last couple of classes because there's 5 or 8 clients that are still paying.
And then when do you have them on your schedule?
Right in the prime time. It's like, if you took that off of your schedule, you can backfill it with higher paying clients, and then you could be just semi-private. It's just like we did that here.
Yeah, we absolutely. Let's talk about that, because that was part of what I wanted to bring up was the transition, right? So I know when we do this with clients, whether it be pay raises or rate increases, whether it be changing of the service and the deliverable, what we do is we always take it back to math.
Yes.
Right? Because this is it, right? I'm emotionally involved, and I can't justify making that decision to make that pivot. Well, mathematically, we'll show you how you can, right? Pay raises, for example, or rate increases, for example.
Somebody wants a pay raise over here. Somebody wants a pay raise.
We say like 8 more times. No.
Rate increases.
When rates have to go up, right? We know we have to expect loss. We have to.
Yep.
Okay. But if we have 100 clients and we're raising our rates $2 or $20 a month, whatever, the entire volume of profit that month is going up. Right. Now what we have to do is we have to figure out what percentage of loss can we expect? Can we be capable of handling to not go into the hole necessarily month over? We've done this time and time again, right? If we're increasing our let's just, again, easy numbers. If we're increasing our rates 20% on 100 clients, we know mathematically we can lose 20% and still operate at a zero change to our circumstance. The money coming into the business.
It's probably a positive change because you've got less clients to deal with, paying more.
And that's the thing. Can you give better attention, individualized attention? Can you increase the experience? That's another caveat, guys. Just because the money is being thrown at you today doesn't mean it'll be there in months and months and months. And back to the whole, would you rather have 4 quarters or 10 dimes? I would much rather work with 4 individuals and give my absolute all than know that I have 10 people I have to give a tenth of meat or a bit of meat to because I'm spread thin and wide. Once you can do that, obviously now once the math is there and you can see that, the emotion's gone.
Yeah, and when you do take a loss and somebody quits, hey, I could lose 20 people here, and you're one of them. And that's fine. You're okay. You hate to see them leave, but and the math equation says, hey, I can lose 19 more of you, and I still am breaking even. 99.99, in fact, 100% of the time we've done rate increases, we've come out positive. We've not even come close to the amount of losses that we could have, absorbed.
Yeah.
And it comes out to about 5 to 7% of your membership is going to leave. So if you're raising it 20%, you're still 13% ahead on the worst case scenario. 13% more revenue month after month after month.
From that point forward right now.
Yep. And so, guys, business decisions need to be made. And yes, they're hard. Rate increases, schedule changes, equipment changes. Think about what I'm about to do. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got a 13-year business here in the same local area, right? 13 years. We've got a committed membership base. We've got people been here 13 years.
Yep.
We've got people that signed up on our grand opening still here. Every single one of them is going to get a rate change. And we're going to put everybody on the same rates going forward. I'm changing the name of the business. I'm changing the colors of the business. We're changing our equipment in the business. We're remodeling the whole place. We're going to be under construction for 10 weeks. We're going to be managing in half of the gym for 10 weeks. We're putting a lot of pressure on the business, but I know in the grand scheme of things that this has to be done. Do I have to change the name? Not necessarily. We could get away with keeping the name and stuff, but I think in this area, and a lot of people don't understand the area I'm in, what's new is best. They see a new sign in the building. Somebody's been driving past our Pulse Fitness sign for 13 years. They're going to see it one day.
Finally, something's going to,
and they're going to pull in.
Yeah.
Our current clients aren't going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
We will lose people for the rate increase issue, but we're everything's becoming better here.
Yeah.
Same coaching staff, same program design. We have a new software that we're implementing. So there's a lot of changes to the business, but these are things that have to be done. If I'm going to be in this same spot next 5, 7, 10 years, right, I've got to make changes, and you've got to make changes too. So nobody out there listening has done or is going to do a bigger change than me. I'm doing name change, model change, equipment change, price change, all at the same time.
It's like a new business overnight.
Yeah. And it has to be done. I made a decision months ago that this has to be done, and we're finally moving towards construction, and it's going to happen. And the way I'm going to do it is when I have a State of the Union. I just have to I have to communicate. So we're going to video it. We're going to push it out. We're going to have it in person. We're going to have a happy hour, get everybody together. And hey guys, this is the new rates. This is what everybody's paying. And I expect some people to leave because of the price increase, but not because of the name and the color. And that shouldn't be an issue. I don't think. It's the same coaching staff. So I'll keep you posted how that's going to go.
To Tim's point though, we're okay with some of those people making that decision. That's what it comes down to. Because Tim could sit here, and this is where a lot of the gym owners we work with, they're right here. It makes sense. There's benefit. There's tons of it. But I can't lose. What if what's her name that leaves? There's that one person I really like they've been here forever. Like at the end of the day, you're handcuffed to your business as opposed to loving every aspect of it and being able to, steer and navigate and support and grow. And I mean, the business, you should like and love your business.
Now, I will throw a disclaimer. I did this on the last show. I'm a little bit more removed. I am a lot more removed than many of the gyms that we speak with. I'm not here. I don't know everybody. So it doesn't really affect me in a personal manner. The old clients, I'd hate to see Diane and Ellen, those folks that have been here for a decade plus. Yeah. I'd hate to see them leave.
Sure.
I don't expect them to go anywhere. They probably won't.
And I was going to caveat to that too, though. Here's the thing. If they stay long enough to experience and see the change, they won't go based on the rate.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If it was, if they can't experience and feel all of that,
the newness.
If it was just, we're not going to see those people leave because they're willing to give it a try. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
But the only people that I see leaving based on a price point would be someone that was newer or somebody who, just saw the price point and didn't ever even bother to open the door for what that value of that was, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So, and I think that's going to be a big caveat for. I think we're going to lose wildly less than what we could because of the way that we're going about it. And again, it's intentionality. I mean,
awesome.
We could close the doors for 10 weeks and then hit them with price increase and open the doors and then all of a sudden, be different. Then I'd expect a hell of a lot more people to be
we have to keep these folks training.
Yeah.
Now, the other side of the coin is, guess what we get to do? Grand opening again. Ooh. 13 years in business. We got a grand opening about to happen, and it'll happen right at the right time when everything's ready to roll. We'll have a soft opening here, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, it's going to be amazing. There was an episode we did years ago, and it was something along the lines of how to make more money quickly. A rebrand is one of those.
Yeah.
And my caveat to that was you have to have some big brass ball sack, dude, to make a change like this. But we've had friends in the industry do it. Frank Nash went from Frank Nash personal training to Stronger. Jared in Australia to from Burn Your Fitness to Jim.
No, not Ion.
Jim.
Yeah.
Our friend Rick went from North Point personal training to Alloy. Like everybody, not everybody. There's been people that have done it and they've seen giant increases, and look, it's time. We're stale in the market a little bit,
and that's what it comes down to. I mean, I just from my background, years in the social atmosphere and stuff like that. Like a nightclub from inception in a lot of these places, the whole plan is to be under one name for 2 years.
And then they
change names, they change colors and lighting, and then they open. It's the same exact everything.
Yep.
Obviously
same
menu names and all that stuff changes just to follow in the brand. But identical ownership, identical staff. You're not retraining anything. It's literally lipstick on a pig. Like change what's new is, or what's old is new again type of thing. And this gives you all the benefits of all of that. It's just putting a lot of big risk on top of it.
It's a big expense, big risk to the business. But to the point of this episode, my clients won't versus the business needs. You got to make that hard decision sometimes. And look, almost every time when something like bad happens, like you lose a coach or something like this happens, you always come out better on the other side. And that's what we're planning on. And so we're being very intentional about the game plan here. I'll keep you all posted how it goes. I'm excited to share it with everybody. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a straight, to kind of give you guys a little idea of the model. It's, call it pod based training. We've got a software with an iPad for everybody's workouts, that individual workouts on each rack. We have Sorinex racks. We have 3 half racks. So it gives us, a 6 half racks gives us 12 stations, 2 coaches, 6 clients per coach every hour. If we had to, we can go to 24 with 4 coaches. We'll just share racks. That's fine. So we're big investment. Plenty of pictures going to be coming when we get this going. So
you guys will see it. We're going to do some stuff here.
Yeah. So, in the podcast room.
All this is getting done too. Yeah.
So a lot of fun stuff coming up, guys. It's just, it's time, right? You guys have to make a decision. If you haven't done any like painting, remodeling in your gym in 5, 6, 7 years, it's time to just kind of bite the bullet and go ahead and do that.
And take it on top of that. Like look at the business and look at what maybe what others are doing, not your necessarily competition, but like what is the industry moving towards? Why are people making these decisions? I mean, Tim and I have very strong beliefs on some of these things. I mean, we've put our flag in the ground a long time ago on semi-private. If you haven't asked the question on why, or if you haven't considered or made that transition, guys, like this is the definition of insanity. If everybody else is over here excelling and things are moving forward and they're crushing it, and you're sitting here doing the same thing and expecting a different result, it's time to look yourself in the mirror and say, all right, what can I do differently? Because this game can be very easy and it can be very hard. And a lot of it comes down to the decisions you're making as to which path you want to take. When it comes to the business, I mean, Tim and I do this day in and day out. We work with business owners on the direction and the success of their business. Mm-hmm. And those that understand it, see the math, make decisions based on that, and continue to run the play is the biggest damn thing that I continue to tell everyone. Run the play. Stop making emotional decisions because you feel like this today. If the math and the data in your business says to do this, do that. Yeah. Continue to do that. It's that simple. Yeah. You could hear how passionate, and it's almost like frustration sometimes, because when the path is there and it makes logical sense and we make different choices all the time, that's the stuff we need to get back to. We need to figure out why we're making those choices. And typically when the math supports it, that's your best choice in business. Yeah.
Math. We make decisions on math all the time, data. The one thing I would say is there's a lot of gyms that are out there that are kind of hitting this glass ceiling. Mm-hmm. You're just like, every year you can't break through. Maybe it's the member count. Maybe it's the revenue per month count. Maybe it's just like any of that, like capacity. You're just kind of there. That's the time when either if you don't make a change, like dramatic change to the model, pricing, whatever that is,
blowing the walls out, getting a new location. Like there's some serious stuff that
you have to make a dramatic change. If you're just like 3 years in a row and you're staying the same, then it's obvious. Like you've got to do something. And there's been times that we were there like, man, this just like not happening. This is the best we're going to do here. We've blown through that twice now. We're like, we thought this was the top. We blew through it. Thought that was the top. We talked
about that in the episode about scale, right?
Yes,
when you have a business built to scale, not just to grow, you'll find set points. Scale is where you can, grow the business without hindering other aspects of it, right? Mm-hmm. You're not killing your delivery because you've put more members in. You're not overdoing your staff. You're not literally over capacity in the 4 walls. But when you reach those set points in a business that's built to scale, you can predict those challenges coming up. I can only have 300 people with this model, with this staff and this location. Well, then you prepare for those, and those are the things you work on to get past. You're not throwing everything out the window and trying to figure out how to make more money with what you have type of thing. That, okay, cool, that I can grow and scale to this. And then when I'm there, then I got to figure that out. And then I can take it to the next level. Mm-hmm. It just changes the game.
Yeah.
Systems. That's 99% of it though.
Make those hard decisions, folks, guys. That's it for this episode. Hopefully that helps you maybe reanalyze and look inward and kind of say, hey, we got to do it. So I'd love to hear about these hard decisions you're making and how it turns out. Just go to our Facebook group, which is Business Talk with Fitness Professionals. Jump in that group, share it with us. Hey, listen to this episode, made this decision. This is what happened, right? Or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Post in there. Hopefully this helps. Until next episode, guys, keep changing lives. We'll see you on the next show. Bye. All right, and thank you for listening to that episode of the Built to Grow podcast, where we help gym owners win. Now, do you want to connect with me and other gym owners online? All you need to do is join our private Facebook group, Business Talk with Fitness Professionals. Just head on over to Facebook and type in Business Talk with Fitness Professionals, and when you do, we're going to give you our 10 marketing strategies 7-figure gym owners use to win. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Until then, keep building something great.